Alright, so we left off with this house over here. We have a basic house built, basic fire. As long as your bed's somewhere near the fire, you can sleep in it. Notice the top right hand corner of the screen up here, you have a comfort level, fire, shelter, rested bonus. Rested bonus just makes your stamina bar regenerate faster. The problem is, though, if you get 6 units away from the flame over there, you're no longer within its area, and this no longer counts as a resting area. So you're fired to the side of a building, not the best place for it, which basically means the center's kind of where you want to go. Now, personally, I prefer to have 2 fires going, but in one of these 2 locations. I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the central area. So if I'm going to put some fires down, I'm thinking I want to do 2 fires next to each other in the center of my building. So that's going to be where I have my fire. So what I need to do is create a chimney in the middle of this building. Now, luckily, everything is being built kind of in, let's see, that way I can make it kind of snap that way. I don't want these connected to the roof exactly. So the way I'm going to handle the smoke is I'm going to have it go straight up. I'm going to use some floorboard pieces here at the top. So I want it that high, or do I want it this high? I'm not really going to use the roof, so if it's that high, that should be fine. So there are some options for your smokestack. I'll do a more complicated one actually, so we'll keep it up this high. I put the floor piece somewhere wrong. Figure that out later. If you're planning out, if you're thinking actively about how you want to do this, probably would be best to go ahead and map everything out. If not exactly this way, then something similar. So there and there. I have pieces here and here. I started this, by the way, with 100 wood in my inventory. That way we kind of keep track of how expensive it costs to build this. Now, I like the idea of leveling off my roof anyways. Now, you don't have to build a smokestack on top of your roof like I'm going to do if you have this floor lower by like half a unit there. So like if you're going to do your indoor stack here, that would work just fine, and it would filter the smoke out to the sides of your building. It just makes your roof a little bit lower. You can do it either way. This way it's a little bit more complicated and lets me play around a little bit more. So, if you notice up here now, this was the floor piece I accidentally put down. I'll have some floor to walk on while I do this. Not in the area of the actual smokestack, though, just around it. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is I want to overlap this a little bit. And the downside is this is going to have to come up about a full unit because your smoke is going to be filtering out the sides here. Let's see. I'm trying to think about how exactly I want this to work. Here we go. So there's a couple of different ways to get this to work, right? I'm going to do it this way. So your smokestack is going to involve using roof pieces, so like this. And I want mine to overlay a little bit right here. So I did it that way. Basically I built so there would be a point where these guys can connect. I'm going to destroy that scaffolding later. And then use these little half pieces to support it. think this should work. I don't quite know if it will though. I might, in order to make this work. What am I getting? Oh, because I'm next to the other chimney. Bulls. It's dumb. In order for this to work, yeah, the only way this is going to work out is if I do this for the entire roof. So the entire roof would be a little bit elevated. And that's fine. So it changes the roof structure a little bit, but it does give us good ventilation. And then we're just going to do this to the other side as well. Take out these little scaffolding pieces there. Honestly, you probably don't need these support pieces every single spot, maybe just every other. So I'll do it like that on this side and we can see if it all holds together. You shouldn't see those from the inside or the outside of your structure, so like how many you actually need, how many you want to use is kind of up to you there. Alright, so our roof has been adjusted to allow smoke outs. Little scaffolding pieces off of here. Are those boars tame yet? No, I still see some yellow hearts over there. So, now we have that roof structure. Instead, you can always go up here and be like, let's toss this back up, make it look cool, whatever. If you don't like the fact that you have two little pieces there, you can always just get rid of those and put a big piece there. I don't like the look of that, so I'd probably cross it off like this. You can also use these cross pieces to give yourself a little extra look to everything. If you want. I don't know. I'd probably throw a piece here as well. I don't know, I just think that kind of gives it a better look. So we had something incredibly basic, something a little less basic now, right? So looking more like a home. Now this is going to go, that's not going to stay there. In order to make your smokestack work properly, you always need a few units down from where it connects. And you're going to want to make sure you start at the bottom. Now, I'm a little bit particular about how I like the bottom to be placed. I prefer core wood, which is a resource we don't have yet. But I am actually out of wood, so that was 100 wood pieces just to build that. So probably 150. So we got 100 for the house, 100 for adjusting the roof to have an interior fire pit here. So we got 50 more. So this will put us at 250 wood pieces. So notice this does not snap. You can hold shift to prevent the snapping mechanic. But for my fire pit, I like to have 2 of these. It's not as tall as a half wall, but it will prevent you from walking into the fire pit. Once I place the first one, the rest are just snapping into it. This bed will be in the way. Anyways, that's basically the fire pit. Again, you can do some design things in here if you want. I'd probably put these down. Like, you could use these instead of the wall pieces. You could do like the X pieces there. Just to give it a little bit of a design structure. But that's up to however you want to build. Now, I will toss some stone in my inventory so I can put these fires down. and put some wood in them. No, I didn't place those perfectly, which would actually bother me. So I did just waste a lot of wood there with that one. I prefer them a little bit more spread out, but now that those are placed, this can go away. And I mean, this will recover some of that wood, so we're looking at like 200 pieces of wood for this house build. It's not exactly a basic build, but the rest of that will just fall apart on its own if you let it. There we go. I didn't feel like waiting for that. And then we can pop this down here. Now, that is the fireplace. And there is one other thing I would like to do in this build, if it was something that I'd be using. So we're going to do that in another video.